Hello friends, welcome back to the bench. Our patient today is a 2008 Subaru Outback. We don't know which one, whether it's LLB or not, but we know it's an H6 engine that misfires on cylinders 1 and 6. Pretty typical. Those are usually the cylinders that misfire, but it's not limited to any particular cylinder. Anyone can misfire. So let's perform a 5-minute repair on it. And let's be honest, if you clicked on this video, you're probably not interested in ECM repair. So let's jump to our subject of today's video, which is AI music generators. And in my last video, I expressed that I will want to play around with it, just see what all the fuss is about. And I finally did. So what I did was I spent about 5 minutes writing the lyrics, something that would rhyme. I'm not a writer per se, so don't judge me too hard. But I just created some lyrics, and since I can generate 10 songs a day on the free license, I decided to do just that and see what I'm gonna get. So maybe first let's listen to what the neural networks generated and talk about it.
If your Subaru Outback doesn't run, number of my firing cylinders is 1. Your car shakes like a leaf, and you can't get a relief. Call Black Horse Repairs. Wrap the technician will apply the right solder composition that will resolve all misfires to satisfy your smooth ride desires.
Number of working injectors is 1. Your car shakes like a leaf, and you can't get a relief. Call Black Horse Repairs. Wrap the technician will apply the right solder composition that will resolve all misfires to satisfy your smooth ride desires. If your Subaru Outback doesn't run, number of working injectors is 1. Your car shakes like a leaf, and you can't get a relief. Call Black Horse Repairs. Wrap the technician will apply the right solder composition that will resolve all misfires to satisfy your smooth ride desires.
If your Subaru Outback doesn't run, number of working injectors is 1. Your car shakes, check to the your car shakes like a leaf, and you can't get a relief. Call Black Horse Repairs. Wrap the technician will apply the right solder composition that will resolve all misfires to satisfy your smooth ride desires.
If the Subaru Outback doesn't run, number of working injectors is 1. Your car shakes like a leaf, and you can't get a relief. Call Black Horse Repairs. Wrap the technician apply the right solder composition that will resolve all misfires to satisfy your smooth ride desires.
Alrighty, so first thing, what do you think? Does it sound like something a musician would make? I honestly cannot really tell because I'm not a musician. I don't have any education in music or any experience beyond just pulling the strings on my guitar. I can't read notes. When I was a kid, I learned like 3 notes. I don't remember them anymore, but at some point I knew 3 notes. But that's about it as far as my musical education. So it's pretty much non-existent. I also am not a musical guy, meaning I don't really listen to music. I usually treat the music not like we used to back when there were no computers or YouTube or anything like that. And yeah, I used to listen to a lot of music as a kid. But nowadays, it's just, you know, the way I treat music is just something to play in the background while I'm working on something, if any. Because normally I prefer to just put on like some podcast or something like that, or some documentary or something. Like I prefer to listen to spoken word rather than music. But from time to time, I put on the music. So having that in mind, that I'm pretty much don't know what I'm talking about, I leave the judgment whether that music is acceptable or not to you if you are a person who knows anything about the music, right? I, on the other hand, look at it differently. So I made this. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it yet. But as you can hear, it's kind of like a commercial, right? So if it wasn't for this generator, I would have to order that from a musician, which I had few projects that I was working on, and I met some musicians, and I did want to collaborate with them to kind of create some nice music for it, for those projects. One of them is a game, like historical game, World War II era, and in this case, I didn't have to hire anyone, right? I just had to spend 5 minutes writing the lyrics and then 10 minutes waiting for all the generation to be done, to be completed. So naturally, it sounds like the AI took your job, the musician job, right? But I have a different opinion on it. Maybe not as scary, maybe to kind of ease your nerves. Because, number one, this is maybe, let's put it that way. Perhaps the bar is a little higher now. So you as a musician now have to compete with this. I don't know if that is something that you would feel, you know, threatened by as a talented musician. As a non-talented musician or not good musician, or, you know, then maybe that is scary, because, you know, to create a crappy music, now all you need is 5 minutes of your time. So perhaps perhaps the bar went a little higher. That is completely normal. Remember that when I started a software engineering over 2 decades ago, being able to compile, one line of code was already a huge achievement. Being able to, install Windows on someone's computer was an expensive service because not a lot of people knew how to do it. And then it became like pretty much common knowledge, right? So, at the very end of my computer servicing career, we were charging, well, the equivalent of literally like a couple bucks for installing Windows on your computer. And that was usually Windows 95, maybe Windows 98. So, since we didn't really have anything like AI to blame, no one really opposed to this. It was just, now everybody knows how to install Windows, so we can't charge anymore for that. And that happens. Now we charge for other stuff, right? So in this case, it's kind of similar, but now we have AI to blame. So it's kind of different, right? So let's say the bar went a little bit higher because of this. I don't think necessarily, but let's consider that first. But there's a big problem with the AI music generation. I don't know if you noticed, but on some of these there were typos in my script, which I corrected in the next creation, right? But now if I want to have like one of these pieces the exact same and with some slight change, I want to change one word in the lyrics. Can I do that? So imagine that having this tool, now I start my business as a musician. You want some nice music for your commercial, call Raf. Raf will click a few buttons on the computer and you will end up with nice song. When you provide services like that, it is natural that at some point the customer will request something like that. So in one of those songs, there was a typo. Instead of misfire, I wrote my fire, right? I don't know how that typo even got in there, but I didn't, I wasn't really paying too much attention. I just wanted, that was the first try. I wanted to see what am I gonna get. So now, if I want to just change that, I cannot. I am unable to change that. I can regenerate, right? I can fix the typo and regenerate, but then I end up with something completely different. Even if I give it the same prompt, the same criteria, it'll be different. It's unreplicatable, which means there's nothing I can do with that. Once it's generated, it's there. So if the client says I want exact that thing, but I want some stuff tweaked, and I believe that's how it would work, because I don't work in the music industry, and I don't really know many musicians. Well, I know a few, but they don't work as musicians. They are musicians. They play. They do music and stuff, but they don't work as musicians. They don't freelance. They don't create music for clients. But I imagine that's how it works. You just start with something, right? Just like you create a website for someone, right? You start with some thing, some sketch, some version 1. Then the customer sees it and starts making adjustments. right? If you've ever worked on the website for anyone, you're fully aware that that's how it works. And then once the product is deployed and some maintenance, some changes, something has changed, we want to update something on the website, right? It's something you should expect, and whether you charge for it or just give it as a free service because the customer ordered a website, that's besides the point, right? You're just ready to make some modifications to kind of work on that website from the version 1 to version 15, 18, and that's the version that is the final version that the client pays you for. So in this case, if I wanted to compete with a musician that creates that music, that supports something like that, I'm unable to, right? I can't provide services, musical services, when I am literally unable to control what I create. I just press the buttons and it's complete randomness. And yeah, it might come up with something awesome, sure. But that's it. It came up with something awesome and you can't really do anything to it. Which means this is no competition. Who's gonna pick Raf's service if the quality of the service is like that? Basically, maybe I make you sign the contract which states that you may not make any modifications to the arch. Go please. You can't appear on the camera. Sorry. So maybe I I make you sign the disclaimer that or contract that you're not allowed to have anything modified. Once what you get is what you get, right? But who wants a service like that? Who would want to pay for a service like that? So, let's not exaggerate what the AI can do, right? Because remember that it's not AI, it's just machine learning, it's just neural network, nothing beyond that. It's impressive. It can be very impressive. I don't know if those creations impress you, since I didn't have to really do anything beyond just writing the script or the lyrics and pressing the button. I'm happy with it, right? I get something that now is my music, right? I don't have to pay any use rights and copyrights, anything like that. It's my music that I got for absolutely free, and it took me minutes to have it. But is this something that really scares you as a musician? Because let's be honest, if I could afford the musician, I would definitely pay the musician, and musician will not only give me the actual song, will probably also give me the the instrumental version with no lyrics, maybe samples, right? The little beats and stuff that I can reuse for other stuff. Maybe give me the version for the ad and the version for like a background music, right? That is within the same tone. And then I can request some modifications. Alright. So what I get from the musician is the actual proper service. what I get from AI is just pretty much, here it is. You take it or leave it. I don't think you guys are in danger. I don't think you have anything to worry about, because it's the exact same principle as it is with software engineering, with coding. You don't see me, being scared of AI, because I know it's just not practical. Yeah, it can generate a function for you to calculate the Fibonacci number, based on the offset. Fine, I can do that too. And yeah, is the AI gonna do it faster? Yeah, sure. But what are we working on? Is the whole project just writing one function that calculates Fibonacci number? No. And once the AI generated your code, just like in this case AI generated the music for you, first of all, we have maintenance, but that's always gonna be there. Then the changes in requirements. Again, once you have the code generated by AI, there's not that much you can do with it. Not that AI is even capable of generating the whole project, like developing architecture and for it, and test plans, included in automated testing, unit testing, of course, and all that. AI is not going to do that for you. Just like the AI is not going to be able to compose music. Yeah, what we have there, I will do some more testing on it, but I've been, because I'm limited to just 10 generations a day, so it's going to take me a few days, because now I refuse to pay for that. I don't have money to throw into useless research. So it will take me a little while, but I updated some of my prompts to say that I want this song to be like some other song, to see how close to that song the AI will get, which means it has been trained on that song, it's aware of that song, and now it's trying to replicate it, right, using my criteria. But it will depend on how the neural network is built, but at the moment in the software I used, there's no way to say, to update the prompt and say, yeah, this is good, but just make it a little faster, a little slower, or make it more upbeat, or add some sound here or there. No, you can, once you generated one section, you can add another section, and outro, you can add the, again, I'm not a musician, I don't even know the terminology, but there's no way to do that. So this is not exactly something that can be used in professional setting. Oh, where are you going? And one last row, and let's give it a look. and see how it went. Interesting about this one is the customer paid right away, which I always appreciate, but the payment was rejected by Stripe due to mismatch in zip code mismatch. And this is something that I can configure on my side in my Stripe account to not perform this check, like ignore the mismatch. But it's strongly discouraged, because even if Stripe doesn't block that, it doesn't mean the bank is not going to block that. And if the Stripe lets it through and then the bank blocks that transaction, or it's disputed or whatever, this might come in a delay, with a delay, which will make the process much more difficult of actually getting that money. All right, so I contemplated removing that requirement, but after further considerations, I decided against it. So now, technically, we haven't been paid for this. and I wrote the customer, and I still haven't had any response, but I have their phone number. That's fine. And I'm not gonna block I'm not gonna hold the ECM because I haven't got paid. No, I have nothing but trust for my customers, and I have never gone wrong with that. No one ever stole from me. No one ever refused to pay. Nothing like that. So just like, in some cases, some people just treat others like thieves, let's say, because they've been stolen from before, right? They have bad experience, people stealing from them, so now they just kind of approach it by defaulting to that, someone is trying to steal from you. So for the same reason, since I've never had an issue, I treat everybody that they're definitely gonna pay. So yeah, but we'll see how that goes. Also, yesterday I received another order for IC608 for this procedure, right? But this morning, customer said, "Oh, so do I have to send you my ECM? I thought you were selling used ECM." But no, and that actually happened in the past. And that was a lady that was back in Wyoming. The lady was, I don't remember from where, but the same thing. I even missed that order. That order was just kind of hanging in my inbox for a while. And then I reached out to the lady and said, "Hey, I haven't received, or no, I haven't sent you the address yet, so sorry, I missed your order," something like that. And she writes back with, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that too. Where's my ECM? I ordered it 2 weeks ago." And I said, "No, I don't sell ECMs, I fix ECMs." So after talking further, she sent an ECM, and that was a successful repair. Now with this customer, same thing. I wrote him and said, if you want the replacement ECM, that's roughly $500 plus about $350 for programming it to your VIN. So, you're looking into like close to $1,000 for it. The dealer will charge you probably $2,500. The mechanic will charge you maybe $1,400, maybe $1,200 for the replacement. So if you have misfires, you may as well just send it to me. I'll fix it, and you'll be good. No need to spend that much money. I mean, if you want, it's up to you. So I wrote him, before I cancel the order, let's just make sure you understand what you're doing, basically, right? Not that I'm trying to upsell you or force you to actually purchase this repair. It's just, I think it's in your best interest to have it done by me rather than having your ECM replaced. So we'll see. I haven't heard back from him yet either. So we'll see if he wants a refund or not. I do prefer to avoid refunds because, if you order this from me and then you want to cancel the order, you can ask me to cancel the order because you can't cancel after like, I don't know, few hours after you purchase, or even few minutes. I don't even know what that period is, but you can cancel the order on your side right after the purchase, like if you ordered by accident or something like that, if that order hasn't propagated yet. But if the order propagates, that means the funds already changed hands. Maybe those funds are already on the way to me. In which case, if I cancel the order, I give you all your money back, right? I already had to pay something, right? So basically, for your canceled order, I have to pay a few bucks. So, I prefer to not cancel orders, and I'm not sure where the confusion comes from. It's probably because the customer didn't read the description of the listing, because description is really long, really detailed. I tell you exactly how this procedure works, meaning that I'm gonna send you the address, you need to send it to me. Once you send it to me, I perform a repair. Here's the videos. There's tons of screenshots of this repair in various stages. These are old photos, by the way, so both my scope camera was pretty crappy and my iron was pretty crappy, so these are, it doesn't look too impressive, but it's rather low on my priority list to update that listing. And I also have like crap load of other listings that I need to get going to start making some money, because the shop is not really profitable at the moment. Actually, I'm not profitable. I'm just kind of barely staying afloat. So I'm not losing money, but I'm not making money. And I have to dedicate a lot of time to this. All right. So, at some point you just need to make a decision. You want to continue doing this? Or just, accept the defeat that, this is not profitable and we have to do something else, right? So, let's hope the customer will actually want the procedure done. So we can make some money. Yeah. Give me money. Yeah, there was when was it? A few days ago, I watched some YouTuber, and he had, what do you call it? The ads, the sponsorship, right? Some product, and I loved the way he presented it. I can't even paraphrase it exactly, but basically, to give you a gist, the script was something like, hey, this is sponsored. I need your money. Give me your money. Here's the product. Give me your money. I want your money. Something like that. And it struck me as, that's how we should advertise, right? Why are you giving me all that crap that the product is awesome and that the service is awesome and you've never seen a better product in your life, and even people come to you on the streets, tears in their eyes, and saying, "Sir, this is a beautiful product." Why all that? Yeah, just I like this approach when I just say, "Hey, I got paid for this, because you need to disclose if you have paid advertisements in your video, you need to disclose that to YouTube. I don't know what repercussions are. I've never done it. Then if you are sponsored by the company, you need to disclose it to your viewers that you've been paid for this review, right? Or that you received the product for free or something like that. You know, to be fair to your viewers, but also I think that is regulated actually. You have to, by law, you have to disclose that information. That's what I believe. I'm not 100% sure of that. So yeah, why do all this theater? Just say, here's the product. It works. I got paid. If you buy it, here's my link. You know. Yeah, life's not easy. And of course everything's breaking today. Nothing wants to work. Nothing wants to go the way we want it to go. And some days are like that. Some days will be like that, and there's nothing we can do about that. I forgot to clean on the other side. Yeah. We don't want to leave that here. I gotta refill my bottle of alcohol. During the extended cleaning, I think it's just psychological, but sometimes it feels like I'm getting drunk off of the fumes of the alcohol. But I'm pretty sure it's just psychological. There's just not enough alcohol, not enough fumes to actually get me drunk. Maybe if I were an abstinent, then maybe that would have some effect, but I am very far from abstinency. Alrighty. Chip is not sticky. Let's give it a second to dry. Meanwhile, let's clean up over here. Alright, gentlemen, and actually I should say ladies and gentlemen, although it is reported to me that the viewership of the ladies on this channel is 0. But this is basically the repair. Nothing more to it. And don't be depressed about the AI stealing your musician's job. I think you're fine. I think you're absolutely fine. The only people that will suffer from it are, I don't know, people that are not good at their job as musicians. Because if your business model is, as I stated before, like you deliver some piece of music and that's it. There's no modifications, no nothing that you can do. If this is the service you provide, then yeah, you're in trouble. But the bar goes higher. That's a natural thing. definitely whining about it is not gonna help you either. So just, keep doing what you do. Maybe improve your services. And consider that your competition might now, so the market might be flooded now with people offering the music creation, right? Freelanced music creation, but they only rely on the music generator to do it, in which case it's not a strong competition, because the quality of service will definitely go down if there's more people offering this, basically, allowing you to give them the lyrics and like some vague requirements as far as for the genre of the music, and they just throw it in the music generator and give you the results. Say 20 results, right? 20 versions. So yeah, and it might feel like, yeah, that's a great service, but as soon as you want to change anything, it's no. For that, you need the actual musician, the professional musician. So yeah, the quality of service will go down. There'll be more competition, but it'll be low quality competition. I don't think you have to worry too much about it. But then again, remember that I'm not a musician. I'm not familiar with how this business works. I just have a vague idea how it works, but I don't have any insights. And so if you do, definitely drop it in the comments what your opinion is on what the what it will be, whether it is scary or not, whether it impacted your business or not. Definitely let me know. I'm interested, but at the moment, to me, it looks like you have not much to worry about. And plus, all those generators, they might get sued, they might get destroyed by tons of lawsuits. If it generated 100,000 songs, right, musical pieces, and out of those 100,000, 10,000 are gonna sue you, and each lawsuit is gonna be for millions of dollars or something like that, then you're done. You're gone. And the AI generation, music generation will stop existing. That could happen, because I will do a little more testing, but it seems to me like you have a case. If you wanna sue the music generator that it has been trained on your proprietary music, then yeah, I think you have a case. I don't think that would be a huge endeavor. Let's probably do one 802 or this one. Yeah, 802 probably. Anyways, well, in any case, just don't panic. Keep your head up and keep going. If it's meant to replace you, you'll be replaced. You'll find something else to do. No worries. You'll find work. If you're a talented musician, you'll find work. If you're a hard worker, you'll definitely find work. Well, with that optimistic accent, let us finish the video here. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.
If your Subaru Outback doesn't run, number of working injectors injectors is one. Your